So we're talking about the triangle inequality theorem. It's not as hard as it sounds. It's not as involved as it sounds. Brian. All right. The triangle inequality theorem says this. The sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle. Let's stop there. What does sum mean? Monica. It's an addition problem. The sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side. Okay. So, if we add any two lengths of any two sides of a triangle, the sum will be greater than the other side. How many sides does a triangle have, Jaden and Ruby? Focus. Ruby. How many sides does a triangle have? Everybody. 3. Good. Okay, ready? Watch this. 4 plus 5 is what? Is that greater than 7?
Yes.
4 plus 7 is what?
11.
Is that greater than 5?
Yes.
7 plus 5 is?
13.
5 plus 7 is? Is that greater than 4?
Yes.
Okay, so that works. 4 plus 7 is that greater than 2?
Yes.
So far, so good. 7 plus 2 is 9. Is that greater than 4?
Yes.
2 plus 4 is?
6.
Uh-oh. Okay, now,
That means we're missing something.
what that means is that if you were to fold these down, they would not touch when you folded them down. Does that make sense? Even if they were equal, if there was one more and they did touch, if they touch here, are they going to be able to touch once they get up here? They're not. Does that make sense? So they have to be greater than that third side. Okay, we'll come back to that in a few minutes. Rule 2. Tell you what, before we get into the rules, let's do this. This deals with opposites. An angle and the opposite side. Sometimes that's hard to see. So what we're going to do before we do anything else, on this triangle, we're going to start at each vertex. Do you know what a vertex is?
Yes.
Okay, it's where 2 points meet and make a point, right? Make an angle.
So there's 3 vertices.
There are 3 vertices, right? So we're going to start at each vertex. And we're going to bisect. What does bisect mean?
Go across.
Okay, it doesn't mean go across. That's a good guess, Leon.
Opposite.
Okay, listen up. 3, 2, 1. How many of you know that next year you get to dissect a frog in science class? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ruby, what does dissect mean, Ruby? Okay, you take it apart. Okay, bisect means
Put it back together.
that's a good guess. But bisect means we cut it into 2 parts. 2 parts.
So you go 2.
How many wheels does a bicycle have? 2. Bi is a prefix that means 2.
Oh, that's why it's called bicycle.
Okay, yep.
And tricycle.
That's 3.
And then unicycle.
Okay, so we're taking arrows.
A double cycle.
And we are bisecting each angle. We are bisecting each angle. We're cutting it into 2 different pieces. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, there's so much chatter right now that we're not going to get to what we need to get to. And that's going to put us behind. Y'all we got to where we weren't doing that as much. We can come back to it, okay? All right. So angle C is opposite line segment AB. Does that make sense? Okay. Angle B is opposite line segment CA. Angle A is opposite line segment CB. So now let's go back to our rule. Okay, some of you are saying I'm confused, and that's okay. We're just starting this. But if you don't want to stay confused, you need to listen and follow along and participate in what we're doing. In a triangle, the longest side is opposite the largest angle. That's why we just did this, where we bisected and found what's opposite. The shortest side is opposite the smallest angle. Did they give us the sides or the angles?
No.
What is 17, 9, and 14? Are those the measures of the sides or the measures of the angles? Sides. Okay. If it's the measure of the angle, you're going to find it probably right there. Make sense?
Oh, I see that.
So what is my longest or largest side?
17.
Okay, and we're going to call that line segment, CB.
Oh, yeah. You talked about this.
Okay?
Oh, I don't remember.
So what is the largest angle? If line segment CB is the longest line, which angle do you think is the largest angle?
AB.
Angle A.
Wait,
Okay. Why is it A? Because A is the one directly across from our longest line. It is. Okay, it's opposite then. Sure. Okay, I'm going to wait on y'all. Okay. What is the shortest side? Okay. The shortest side is line segment CA or AC. Doesn't matter which order you write those letters in. So, if line segment CA is the shortest side, Taylor, which one's the smallest angle? The smallest angle. B. Angle B is the smallest angle. Because it's opposite the shortest side.
It has that big area.
Okay. That's true. That's another way to look at it. It's the only letter on the triangle that's not also part of the line segment. What? Angle B is the smallest angle because 9 is the smallest side. Alex, I will explain. Okay, which leaves the middle side to be what? An angle? C. Okay.
So AB is the first one, right?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. AB. Eyes here. Okay, now, look at rule 3. Rule 3 and rule 2 are related, so they're not very far apart. In a triangle, the largest angle is opposite the longest side. Likewise, the smallest angle is opposite the shortest side. So we're going to go and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bisect all of our angles so that we know which side is the opposite. Thank you. Okay. All right. Which angle? Actually, let's back up. Are these angle measurements or line segment measurements? Angle. Which angle is the smallest angle? Angle B. Which line segment is the shortest side? CA. How do we know that?
Visual.
Okay, Liliana says it's because it's the other two letters. That's one way to look at it. It's also opposite from the smallest angle. What's the largest angle? Jaden, what's the largest angle? Okay, that's a line segment. What's the largest angle? That's still a line segment. When you give me 2 points, what you're telling me, Jaden, is all the points between. Okay, so angle C is my largest angle. My largest side then has to be which one, Evan? Which side? If angle C is my largest angle, which side is my largest side? Which side is opposite angle C? BA. Which then leaves my middle? Angle, which one? And line segment, which one? BC, CB. Good.